Happy Friday. We are live. This is the longest running daily variety show, The Mark Inspire Show.
Walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help
my mind, to help my living. This is the Mark Inspire Show, here to help your living on a daily basis, help you break away from everything that's going on in your life, and just get you centered on the moment for a few minutes. Today I got something really special for you. I planned on starting off with a bunch of real estate content, going to stories about the market, what's it looking like this year, how much is your money worth when you go and buy property, and instead I finished up this song, and it's such a beautiful song. This is one of my songs in the background here.
something to die for, yeah.
So guys, if you are interested in this
I
song,
was walking down the road today, looking for another way. Ease my mind and help my living.
ease my mind, help my living, fam and friends. It is Friday. We're going into the weekend, and we're going to rock and roll. I mean, tonight I'm probably coming back. I couldn't do a show last night. Just too much going on, so I couldn't break away for the second show. And not many people saw the first show, which I think was freaking awesome, if I recall. Every show is pretty awesome here, but I digress. It's Friday. Trish Killian's here with me from the top. And that's all I care about. The fam will grow, and the community gets better and better when people hang out with Trish on YouTube. So if you can, if you're out there and you're seeing this message, if you're popping on and you're saying, who is this guy? I am the owner of the 1775 Bible. I'm the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players, and I've been live every day since December 31st, 2018. This is my 1,830th day in a row live. And something I've learned along the way is when you do something over and over, you become a master. You become proficient at whatever it is that you're attempting. For me, I've been here every day long form for 1,830 days in a row. So this is potentially one of the most polished shows on planet Earth that you'll ever find. The issue is, can you find it? And this has been our challenge since I started this, is when you come out here and you are a passionate person who lives in the moment and you speak about what you see in the world, they will hold you from the world. We're living in a time where they want to silence truth in order to introduce new truth. And it's not true. They're just introducing falsehoods and hoping the people who speak the truth can't be heard. Well, I keep showing up anyway. 1,830 days in a row. We're just getting into it. This show will go until 10,000 days in a row if I stay healthy. I'll be here forever. Now, forget about the fact that I'm here forever. There is a chat that's here every day. Like, this concept of every single day you can go to a place and find some peace, some serenity. And if you're dealing with some of the struggles in life, alcohol, drugs, etc., this is the platform for you people. We rise above. We lift you up so you could find something amazing in yourself. You've got it. I'm here to help you find it. This is the Mark Inspire Show. Don't go anywhere. Matt Zabrowski's here. Guys, it's Friday. Zabrowski's hitting us with a woohoo in a second. Right? You don't want to miss it. The Samoan Watchman, my friend. Yeah, definitely a lot of silencing going on. Yeah. And when you got Matt Zabrowski here hitting you with a woohoo every day, where do you want to be? Oh, sorry, Zabrowski. Woohoo! He always wants me to point to him when he does the woohoo. Guys, you got to give it to him. Give the attention to Zabrowski, or the woohoo is crap. You know, yesterday's better than that. What's that, Zabrowski? Zabrowski, you got to bring it. You can't show up here and go, woohoo, and it's like, You know, bring it or just go home. Don't even bother coming back tomorrow. We'll cancel you. Mark Inspire Show. If you're not going to bring the positivity, if you're not going to bring the energy up a level with your woohoo, like here's an example. If I'm here and then your woohoo is here, like what the freaking heck, right? We don't need a down woohoo. We need a woohoo that brings you up a level. So guys, this is a live improv comedy show. This is a live creation show. I've got nothing ever. There's no script. We take this moment and we drive towards something magical. And this is, it's a journey because I'm constantly juggling. Like, what are we going to do next? That's why I say show up, because you just want to see what the heck I'm going to say next, what I'm going to create next on that guitar, what comedy's going to come out of me, what is Matt Zabrowski going to do next? And Joanne, don't even get me started. Back there with that wheeze. Joanne! I'm here. And she tooted. Friday toot. Joanne, when you come in and you're tooting, top of the show, Gosh, Joanne, what did you eat last night? What? Oh, Joanne, I'm sorry. I forget. I don't feed you. She said she ate a couple of mice. She, hovered down the road. Joanne can't walk. She hovers. Guys, if you want to see who Joanne is, she's right there. And she's got a big slice in her head today. That's because the light coming from behind my green screen. It's chopping Joanne in half. What's that, Joanne? Joanne, I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the wheeze. Wah, wah. Gosh almighty, Joanne. She's the worst, guys. I will be pulling out the 1775 Bible, so don't go anywhere. In fact, share this feed here on TikTok, fam and friends. We do this every single day, twice a day. Okay? Positivity, live enlightenment. I think it's interesting if you could find a program that makes you feel better. That is something you should subscribe to, because we're dealing with a lot in this world that brings us down, makes us feel terrible. So every day I show up with one intention. It's to affect a positive change one person at a time. That is what my motto is. If you head to YouTube right now, you'll see that over my shoulder. My logo, Mark Inspires, affecting a positive change one person at a time. This is why I'm here still. I would have quit a long time ago, guys. The suppression is real. I've created 3,800 pieces of content, more music in the last 3 years than anybody else on planet Earth. I released 209 songs. I'm just about to pass the Beatles. I invented a drum that can change music forever. They don't let you see any of it. 9 feature films I created live on the air here on the show. Full feature films created out of nothing. Batmark versus Supermark. Three's Company, The Breakup Artist. The Wolf of Crypto. The Johnny and Amber parody about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It's hilarious. It's on YouTube. It's on my channel. 52 minutes long. No one saw it. The Worst Coach Ever is hilarious. We rip on LeBron James for like 2 hours because he's a whiner. He's great, but he's a whiner. And then, of course, we did Back to the Future, Mark. I'm from the year 2769. My name's Future Mark, and I go back in time to create all of the history we remember. Like, you look back, we all remember Michelangelo. No, it was Marcolangelo. I did the work. I did the Sistine. Daniel and the balls. And then all of a sudden, they came in. Fabrizio came in. Fabrizio's like, this is good work, Michelangelo. But Michelangelo's having a bad month. So you're going to give the work to Michelangelo? That freaking hack? Oh, and they stole it from me. They send me back to the future. I get another gig from Joanne, wheezing, and she sends me back to be Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And I do the fifth, which I think is actually when I was, Mark. No, I can't think of the other guy right now. But I'm like 5 different musicians from the past, guys. You didn't know it. The big one, though, and you didn't know, this is all in the movie. Abraham Mark Lincoln. When I did the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863, and I stopped slavery. What's interesting is the tie-in. I did that in 1863 as Abraham Mark Lincoln, right? Here, 2023, I'm again breaking down the walls of racism. How are you doing that, Mark? Well, let's talk about racism very quickly, because it doesn't exist. It's made up. It's manufactured by man. How do I know this? Because there is only one race. There is only one color on planet Earth, and we are shades of said color. Fact! And if you start living that way, if you start telling everybody, you're the same as me, you're just darker, you're just lighter, but there is no such thing as white, there is no such thing as black, it's one color. We are our shades of said color. It's a beautiful way to think about it, guys. And it shuts down the racism bullshit, and it brings you back to what's true. That you're my brother, you're my sister. Doesn't matter what you look like. My brother doesn't even look like me. What the freak? It means nothing. My father, we're Portuguese. My brother and my father have the dark Portuguese complexion, the olive skin. I wished I had it my whole life. I wished I had my brother's complexion, my father's complexion my entire life. Because they'd go out in the sun, they'd be like beautifully tan within a day. Like my brother Matt, sometimes I'm like, dang, dude, what the? He's so dark, and I'm just jealous sometimes. I'm like, man, I got to go outside and sit in the sun for a couple days. I'll get red, and then I get a little dark. He just gets dark. My dad just gets dark. We're just shades of the same color. We don't even look alike. My brother looks like my father. I look like my mother and my father mixed, but I got my mother's complexion. He's got my father's complexion. But what does that mean? It means nothing. We're souls under the same parents that look completely different. And that's where hatred and division starts, is the fact that we are unique. Brothers and sisters don't even look alike. And we're going to say, well, you don't look like me, so now you're not good. You don't fit in. I got to hate you now because of your color of your skin. Therefore I should hate my brother, right? Because he's got darker skin than me. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. One color. I do this all the time just so you guys can see how ridiculous this concept is. This isn't even white. This is off-white. I am not white. Am I white? No, I'm not white. I'm a shade of a color. I'm a shade of like pink or something. I don't even know what the hell I am. But we're all pink on the inside. Remember that? I think George Carlin used to say that. But the reality is, guys, we have so much more in common than they'll let us connect on. That's why this show exists. That's why this chat exists. Because there are 5 million things that you and I get along on. And there's 5 things that we will absolutely divide over. Religion, politics, money, gender, all these new things that are coming up. When I was a kid, my parents used to say, when you go to a cocktail party one day, Mark, there's a few topics you never talk about. You never talk about money. You never talk about politics. And you never talk about religion. Now, it's morphed into more, as you know, but it's still about 3 to 5 topics that they just know will divide us. So they continue to push from all angles. You're color, you're racist, you're this, you're that, you're canceled. It's like, really? Okay, so let's stand back for 1 second. 5 topics, 5 million topics. Let's not talk about those 5 million. Let's keep pounding these 5 ridiculously silly topics that only delve into our uniqueness, each and every one of them. I'll always think about this. I never did before, but my brother and I are totally different looking. We don't look anything alike. You saw us in a room together, you'd be like, that's not his brother. Anybody who knows my brother would be like, no, Mark and Matt don't look anything alike. Anything. My oldest brother and I, maybe we look a little alike, but Matt and I look like we're from different families. You know? It's like, if you didn't see my dad, and then you saw my brother, you'd be like, the mailman must have gotten in. You know what I mean? Like one of these years. But no, it's just, we have 2 different parents with different complexions. I didn't get the olive complexion. But it completely eliminates the concept of racism. Racism is made by man. It's made up by man, manufactured, and continued to be machine-driven into every single soul to create controversy and to create division. We know on my show, the reason why this show can't be found is because we try to bring people together here with the truth. And then we're lifting you up with this really creative stuff on a daily basis. And it's every day of existence. These are things the man does not want you to know about. The man doesn't want you to know that I'm live every day forever speaking like this. They don't want to know it. And it's funny, I'll see all these people finding my content through the 1775 Bible. And they'll say stuff like, you got to protect that Bible. They don't want that information to be known. I'm like, guys, the Bible brought you to the thing they really don't want you to know about. Me. Forget the Bible. The Bible's great. It's cool. But what we deliver here on a daily basis is what they really fear more than the Bible. The Bible is a tool that brought you to the greatest show on planet Earth. I say that because we're live every day. I think to me that makes it the greatest. It could be the worst show in the world. But the dedication of showing up every single day for people who don't know I exist makes it the greatest show on planet Earth. That when 6 people come, I still show up again tomorrow. I got streamers get hundreds, thousands of people watching them when they're live. That gives them a reason to come back. They got hundreds of people watching them. I've been doing it to nobody for 5 years because I refuse to let this world die without at least giving it a shot. So every day I show up and I say how I feel. That's obviously a problem for the man. But again, silencing truth is the only way that they can usher in the new reality, which is that you could be anything that you feel, and that science doesn't matter, and the history of time, truth, means nothing anymore. The concept for the history of time has been the people who fall off the path of truth, they deviate, you bring them back to the truth. You say, listen, buddy, I don't know what you're thinking. You got some weird stuff going on. You're a little confused. I got a guy you could talk to. I got a lady you could talk to about that. But that's not the truth. You're living in some weird fantasy world. This is the truth. Let's get back to it. By the way, though, you could do whatever you want. You could be whatever the hell you want. You could do whatever you want. Just don't try to change the truth, the path of truth. That doesn't work, But be whatever you want. You could be a cat, you could be a tiger, be a lion, a zebra. You could be one thing and decide to be another thing the next day just because you feel like it. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. You just can't change truth. You're not allowed to do that. And the people like me exist to try to hold you account. You're not allowed to change the truth. And that's why I say, and I talked to my brother-in-law about this yesterday. I said, look, I still think that the concept here is pretty simple. I don't know anybody that's transphobic. Not one person that I know that's transphobic. What they're phobic of is falsehoods. They're phobic of affirming falsehoods. They're phobic of knowing something's not true and then saying, okay, that's true now. That is what I'm phobic of. I just told you, I don't care what people do. You do whatever you want, privacy, your home. You go be whoever you want. Whoever makes that smile arrive on your face, I'm down with that. I just don't want you talking to my kids about it. I just don't want you coming up to me and being like, this is the new truth. And you're a racist and a xenophobe and you're a bigot because you don't agree with the new truth. No. You just said the thing that I have the biggest problem with, the new truth. You can't create truth. You can't make up something and say it's truth. We've been here for millions of years as a people. I told you we have this DNA, this strand in our DNA which can sense bullcrap. We can always see when someone's lying to us. We don't call them out all the time, but we are brilliant. As humans, we are geniuses when it comes to sensing when we're being told the truth or not. Now, this is what's been the biggest battle for them. How do we attack that? How do we attack the 50 million year, 20 million year ancient DNA connection they have to knowing what's truthful and what's not? And I think I heard you could thank President Obama for this, but he allowed propaganda to be just. I mean, this is the weirdest thing in the world. He must have known that Trump was coming or something. But for him to sign in 2012 that the media can use propaganda on the American people is like, why is that guy not in jail? Like, why would a president do that to the people of his own country unless he wants to destroy the country? And I think it's, again, that's, oh, you're racist because you're talking about Obama. No, he's a shit president. No problem with the man. I voted for him the first time around. I was like pumped. We had a black president. I'm like, yes, we're over the racism in this country. I mean, again, I'm an idealistic guy in the early 20s, mid-20s when this all took place. And I was pumped that we had a black president because we could put the racism behind us. So pumped. And then 4 years later, I was like, this guy is the worst president in the world. He did nothing for the fact that he's a black president. It's filling his pockets. He got a $16 million house in Martha's Vineyard. He was broke when he got into the White House. Nothing to see here, guys. It's all self-gratification. The people in his community are pissed because he did nothing for his community. And then you bring in the next guy who literally did everything he could for that community. And they still, just the media power. Low-hanging fruit. Just keep bashing him. He's a racist. He's a xenophobe. He hates black people. He hates Jewish people. His daughter's Jewish now, but whatever. Let's just pretend that. Who cares that his daughter's Jewish? He still hates Jewish people. Oh, he didn't do the Abraham Accords and bring peace to Jerusalem and bring the embassy to Jerusalem. No, he didn't do that, right? That was Biden. That was Obama. That was Reagan. That was Bush. No, it wasn't Clinton. You got a guy who actually did something, and they hated him for it. But I told you, this is the reason. It's a very simple reason. When you come down an escalator, and you tell your enemies you're coming for them, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, this is like, I can't believe no one talks about this. What you come down the elevator and you go, I'm going to drain the swamp. We're going to win big league. Look, Melania, don't go near the gold toilet, and he's there doing it, talking about the gold toilet. And he says, I'm going to drain the swamp. Now, you guys remember there's shirts made. People go, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump. He's draining the swamp. What do you freaking think happened that day? Donnie, are you watching this? Yeah, no, I mean, I always liked Trump, but did you hear what he just said? Yeah, you remember that deal we did last year? He's probably going to get to the bottom of that. Look, we're going to have to drain that motherfucker before he drains us. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, get Pelosi on the phone. Nancy Pelosi. No, I don't call her Pelosi. She turns everything to poison. It's Nancy Pelosi. Come on, let's be. And then if you can, just see if President G-Hole will get in as well and give us a little side. We want to have a flank deal. So we're hitting him from this side. The flank, we'll talk about, like, do we have any viruses or anything that we could just kind of, bring it out, into the world, and we'll blame him, That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, no, I know. He just finished the speech right now. Get to work. From that day, that's all it's been, is an onslaught to drain the man who wants to drain the swamp. And it's like, okay, so you don't see how disgusting everything that's going on in this nation right now with trying to put a former president in jail over the most ridiculous stuff because they hate him that much, because their president is brain dead. It's sad. It's very sad. I've seen many people with Alzheimer's. It's a sad thing. When you see the shuffling, it's done. It's done when you see the shuffling. That dude's been shuffling for 9 months. If you see the Donald Trump show I created in 2019, part of the reason why no one knows I exist, all we talked about is how the guy poops in a triple diaper, doesn't know where he is, and he doesn't even know he's going to be president if he's going to be president. 2019, they held it all from you because it was truthful, and parody and satire died in 2019. That's what our governments did. Our governments destroyed and killed satire. You guys can't even hear comedy. You can't even hear a comedian make fun of things that are going on today. You have morons trying to cancel comedians because they're offended by comedy. And I say, like I said the other day, if anybody out there is listening to some asshole who doesn't know anything about a comedy at all and is a spectator in a crowd at a comedy show and then offended by a comedy joke, you should tell that person to get the fuck out. I don't want to even hear from you. I come to see the comedian because he's funny. You're going to try to take that away from me too? You take everything away, including comedy? Here's the problem. You are so sensitive because you know it's a lie. And that's why you have a problem with it. If you were okay with who you are and secure with who you are, you'd be like, that is pretty freaking funny. That is pretty freaking funny that he said that. But no, instead it's, he's a transphobe. He's racist. We got to cancel this guy. It's like, get the fuck out of the studio, dude. Get out of the crowd. We don't need you there. There's 1,000 people laughing, and you're the one who's offended because you have no skin left. A joke is like the lightest breeze. Oh, I got cut. Oh. We used to have alligator skin in this country. Now we have zero skin. It's just right to the bone, right to the bone. Oh, wow, it's a beautiful day outside. Cancel them! It's not beautiful! I don't like when it's cold! Like, it's mental. Totally mental. Yeah, Esku says she loves the Trump vids. They were so crazy funny. Bubba News, my brother. Yeah, the Trump videos are pretty funny. Those are really nuts. Guys, the whole movie's on my YouTube channel. It's one of my 9 feature films. It's called The Trump Show Movie. I also am the creator of the Trump Train song. It's basically the perfect campaign song for Trump. He dances through the whole thing. That's on my YouTube channel. That's one of the best songs ever for a campaign. And I can't believe that hasn't gotten out there. Like 300 views, 13,000 plus subs on YouTube. You can't even get more than 1,000 views on the Trump Train Jive song. It's fire. It should be 3 million views right now. This is my point. Whatever I create, they will put into the deepest hole possible. They don't want passion to breathe. They don't want you connecting with somebody who could actually speak truth to the power. So they'll hide me forever. The question is, does grassroots matter anymore? Does anybody want to be the guy who's like, I got that show to be huge? Is there anybody out there who says, I'm going to make it my effort to go out there and talk to people about the Mark Inspire show? Because I can't stand the fact that what they're doing to him 5 years in a row, and he can't get more than 9 people when he's on the air, can't get more than 6 people when he's on the air. Now, again, it's either, look, you're not on at all, dude. Everything you're saying is way off. You're nuts. Your music sucks. You're not funny. The comedy's not good. And you're not touching any sort of truth at all. That's why people don't come back. Or I put out a premiere and 2 people see it. 2 people are in the chat with me. And YouTube literally says, oh, there he is again. Guys, put that fucking shit in the hole. Dig a hole and stick that dude down there and cover it back up. We can't let anybody find this. Wait, you don't want people using their brains and their common sense anymore? No, guys. We gotta do our thing here, right? You know? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Remember, there's lots of colors. Everybody's racist. Remember? Go out there and do it. Oh, you have to, Siobhan. They're hilarious. Siobhan's with us. And you know what's funny? The Trump show was, to me, when I was doing it, I was putting a new one out almost every day. Dr. Evil's in it. George Soros. Bill Gates, they're all in it. I'm a celebrity impressionist. I do everybody. And then there's 3 or 4 episodes where I do all my impressions because there's like day 600 in a row it was. Guys, it was like 1,200 days ago I did the Trump show. That's nuts. That's nuts. 1,300 days ago I did the Trump show. And then we did 9 feature films, and we did hundreds of songs, probably over 1,000 songs on this channel. Speaking of, I want to play you the newest song. This song should be all over the radio right now. And just to prove my point, there are 209 songs like this on iTunes. No one hears. 209 songs like this on Spotify. Just type Mark Pyers in. That's my actual name. Mark Inspires is the name of the show. But I am Mark Pyers. That's why the name works perfectly. INS in front is Mark Inspires. But I'm playing this for you. This is not the one. It's a beautiful song too. It's called Frequency and Vibration, which again, every single thing you hear on this show was created at 432 hertz. If you guys know anything about 432 hertz, it is a healing frequency. And every day since December 31st, 2018, I've shown up and created songs at 432 hertz. One more reason why they don't want you to find this show. I'm pretty certain what I write here can heal. I'm actually like 100%. If you can allow yourself to get into the moment with me when we're creating these songs, there's healing going on here. And that is probably the biggest fear they have, is that people can heal themselves. Not just their ailments, their mental disconnects. We have to understand that there's one place to go when you're feeling like you're going to do that thing you shouldn't do. Grab that drink, shoot up, whatever it is. There's a show that you could say, you know what, I'm going to take an hour and I'm going to do some thinking. And I don't have to do that because there's so much energy coming at me right now. Let me just take that in and reflect for a few minutes. I say a lot of things that I believe people need to hear. At times, we all feel despair. At times, we may feel like, I don't even know if I want to see tomorrow. This is too much. But I need you to understand something. No matter how low you ever are in life, there will always be a moment in the future where you look back with gratitude that you had the strength to keep going. Don't forget that. You are never too low to end it. It's bad, but this is a roller coaster ride. The downs, you only have to feel those for a little bit, and the ups feel so much better because of the downs. If you had it always up, you'd never appreciate anything. I think that's why God makes life difficult for us. Because you'll never appreciate the gift of life if it's always here. And that's why you hear some of these people who are born into money, some people who are born into wealth, ridiculous wealth, royalty wealth, and they're totally a mess. Trust fund kids have millions, billions of dollars, and they just drugs, they die early. It's like a lot of weird stuff goes on because people can't handle it. There's something interesting about the journey of life because it sucks. It's hard. It's hard to go live for 1,830 days in a row, and every day you hope more people will find the show, and they don't. That's hard. But my efforts lead me towards the light. I know what I'm doing here is specifically intended. I was born in this time in history for a reason, to show up every day for you. So, coincidence that I'm also the owner of the 1775 Bible that everyone's interested in seeing right now? Maybe. Because I almost quit the show 10 times in between this 1,830-day run. Because it is very, very hard to do this, guys. It's hard seeing all of your peers succeed, and you're doing something that's so unique, and you can't even build a following. It'd be easier to just pick a niche. That's why recently I'm like, I'll just do real estate. Let me get back into what I do. I make a living for real estate. Let me just talk about what I do and make a living at. But this is what I do best. Separating from the world for a minute and saying what's really going on. But I can't find a way to be successful at it. I can't find a way to build it. And again, that's very hard. It's hard to do this knowing that tomorrow I'm going to see 6 people. It's hard to do this knowing that in 10 days, in 20 days, in a year, I'll likely still be here at 2,000 plus days in a row to 9 people live. And I truly believe all shows should have a chance to succeed. All shows should have a chance to be seen, and then people could determine if they like them or not. But when they make the decision for you, you can't see Mark. We don't want you to see Mark. why is the volume so low? That is a good question. I'm trying to figure out why everything has been that way lately. I can't figure that out. But when I speak low, it gets too low, apparently. Let's see if I bring it up a level, if that's any better. Yeah, sometimes when you start whispering, you're getting into a little vulnerable moment, I guess it may be a little harder to hear me, especially when you go from high energy Mark to reflective Mark. Oh, goodness. So, in general, though, these are all just thoughts that happen on a daily basis here. So if you're interested in hearing more, hearing what my perspective is on life, but also if you're interested in being inspired, I hope you'll come back. I hope you'll share. I'm very proud of this song. I think this should be on the radio. I'm going to edit it fully, probably cut it a couple pieces off of it. But let me know what you think.
I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Say goodbye to it all for now. Find yourself in playful Colorado, yeah. Up in the clouds and climbing high. I wanna touch the stars.
This BeatSeat's ridiculous.
Before you come back down to planet, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, you wake up the morning come, the rising sun, take me away again. You take me on another ride. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Before I come back down, oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Written live. I wanna touch the
Written live, fam. Everything here is written live. Be a part of the next song. Tonight, I'll be writing another song, at least one. And they sound like that, like this was last night's.
finish line.
2 nights ago, I did this.
I see you at the finish line. Yeah. I need you at the finish line.
I mean, I'm sitting on the only drum in the world for guitar players. Just listen to this thing.
I need you at the finish line. I need you at the finish line.
So much tone in one box. Bam! Bam! Oh, I'll meet you. I'll meet you. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the finish line. Yeah, yeah. I don't have to work on that song still, but it all happens here in the moment, guys. So if you appreciate in the moment live creation, welcome to the Mark Inspire Show. If you are interested in coming back for more, I will be back later for part 2 of day 1830. You know row every single day, you know. Guys, here's a new trend we're doing here on the Mark Inspire Show. Go back, push play on any show. Any show from 1,830 days in a row. When you come across a new song, leave a little comment. Hey, did you drop this one? Pretty sure I didn't. There's 209 songs on iTunes and Spotify. We've done probably 1,200 to 1,500 songs here. I'm alone. I don't have a chance to take them all and download them. So there's so much amazing stuff that's sitting on the shows I never get back to myself. However, if you find a song I have not dropped and you like it, I will edit it, I'll drop it, and I'll give you the credit in the comment about how you found it for us. So I want to see if I can get some help from you guys. You find something you like for example, Siobhan last night, she's watching yesterday's show and I did this whole bit. And I'm like, it's even escaping me what the bit was about right now. But it was a bit about Joanne, and last night I'm seeing messages come across from Siobhan. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this has got to go out. I got to go and get that piece of comedy from yesterday. Siobhan, what was it again? I forget. Lucy, I appreciate you so much. I'll tell you what, guys, if you can get me on Roseanne's show, I love Roseanne. We'd have a lot of fun together. I think she'd like my Trump impression, but outside of that, we have a lot. I've heard her show before, and she kind of delves into a lot of the same stuff that I talk about here. I also found something I want to share with you guys. We'll do this tonight. I found a flat Earth map from 1897. It's not just a flat Earth map. It's in a newspaper, and I got the PDF of it. So we're going to look at that. We also have the Apocrypha from 1560. That is from the 1560 Geneva Bible. It's not an original. I don't have the original 1560 Geneva Bible, but I do have the original 1775 Bible. That's mine. What we're going to do is compare. We don't have the Apocrypha in my 1775. That's why I wanted to seek it. We're going to go over the Apocrypha. We're going to see why they erased over 100 pages from the Bible. Like, I'm going through this PDF, guys, and I'm scrolling, and I'm like, how long is the Apocrypha? It had to be at least 100 pages. At least. It's probably more like 200 pages that they erased from the Bible. I'm looking at stuff like Bel the Dragon, Maccabees, all these things. I'm like, why do they take these books out? There's truth there they don't want us to know about. So, on the longest running daily variety show and truth show on planet Earth, A Lie Creation, we're going to read that Apocrypha and we're going to see what they don't want us to know about. We're going to continue delving into the 1775 Bible. If you have not seen it, I drop a ton of content on it. And it's all with personal reflections, how it ties from a 248-year-old book to now. What were they talking about in Psalms 2,000 years ago? And it's a little different in my 1775 than it would be in the 2023. Bubba says Apocrypha and pseudepigrapha is fascinating. What is pseudepigrapha? Now Bubba's got me onto something else. I got to look into what pseudepigrapha is, because if we can get that for us. There's also something called the Veda, I believe. Like, I want to go back and look at tons of religious texts from different faiths. And I want to see where all the different flood records are, because they talk about it in multiple faiths. It's not just in the Catholic religion. It's not just in the Bible. In all over, there's in stones that they have, scrapings of something about an origin story and a flood. I want to get to the bottom of all of that. I feel like we are told about history in a specific way. They say that the winner of wars get to tell the future, get to tell the history of what happened and how it goes. That's where we are. Like, this is like an always thing. Every day of existence, you have a group of people that are forming the message of what happened today. And in 50 years, people are going to look back and they're going to say, oh, geez, 2019, 2020, the Plan Demaroo. Oh, America did a really good job at it. Look, it says in the textbook they did a really good job. And that everybody was protected and it was effective. Solomon in the house, my brother. So good to see you, pal. Guys, if you haven't followed me on all the other platforms yet, I'm on Clapper, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Rumble, I'm on Twitter. Right now we are live on Rumble and on Twitter, but nobody sees those feeds. Nobody sees anything, really. I still can't figure out. I think it's the Donald Trump show. I mean, I'm like, why are we still suppressed? I did the Donald Trump show, guys. Satire died. And if you watch that show, if you go watch the Donald Trump show on my YouTube channel, you're going to cry. Bring a pee pad, okay? It's the funniest show on planet Earth. It's Donald Trump. It's not like hey guys, look, it's Donald J. Trump up winning big league. You see Trump on screen. You guys know what deep fakes are. You know what face swaps are. It's a 4-hour and 20-minute face swap movie. with everybody you could ever think of. Dr. Evil's in it. Dr. Evil's there, episode 16. Guys, I'm going to take over the world with Bill Gates. Of course we're going to take over the world. Dr. Evil, it's Bill Gates. Guys, dead on, right? Dr. Weasel Fauci, wear your masks. 10,747 masks. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Weasel Fauci. Dr. Fauci, it's Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil, we got to try to put this thing to market before people know they're being lied to. That's right, Dr. Fauci. Look, we have to make people think they need it. I said that on April 10th, 2020. We have to strike fear in them so they think that they need it. I said that as Dr. Weasel Fauci. And they put me in a hole for saying the truth. In satire, when I said that April 10th, 2020, I said, we have to strike fear into them so they feel like they need it. The bugaboo. It's funny, I was just making comedy of what I thought was insane. Like them coming out every day and be like, go get a shot. Go get 9 more. We got new strains. Well, why didn't the shots from the last one do anything for those strains? Well, it's a moving target. This one will work. Which one are we on now? 19. What about the first 18? Anything happen? Anything there at all? No, it's we're talking about. Oh, what's that word I always say as Dr. Weasel Fauci? He always used it when he was talking about hydro and talking about Cliberclectin, you know? Anecdotal. That's all anecdotal. Dr. Weasel Fauci approved. Anecdotal. So I do impressions of everybody, guys. Don't think I'm just doing impressions of, these current events. Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah, I do everybody. But the thing is, whatever's happening in the moment, I'm going to do that person. Like Elon Musk, he's all over the news. About X, internet, Twitter. Look, so if we have something going in the future, he's kind of got this weird. It's almost like he's from England in a weird way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. She was due to SpaceX. Fly it into the outer space. And then you get the car go really fast. The fastest car on Earth right now. We do it fast. Yeah, in the SpaceX. I love Elon. I did a story about him today. They're going after him again. Now, why I like Elon is pretty simple. He's not what you would consider to be a specific thing. He is just a human being who understands that uniqueness is beautiful and that you have to allow that to direct you. Whatever your uniqueness tells you to do on a daily basis, you do. He proves that to us. One point he may say something and the next day he may say something else. It's how he feels. I never understood this thing about how politicians, they changed their tune. They used to feel this way. They do this. Some people hear information and they're like, you know what? Maybe I was thinking wrong about that. That's okay. I just can't stand when the politician's like, no, I never said that. I never said that. It's like the lying I cannot stand. I can't stand the lying from these politicians. I'd rather them just be straight up and honest. Yeah, you know what? Look, I didn't go to see every single place in Iowa. I went to the ones I could. I happen to pop on this town hall and I see DeSantis says, I made it my effort to go to all 99 districts. I'm the only one who did that. So he says this, I'm the only one who did that of all the candidates. And then 40 minutes later, I see Nikki Haley and she's going, I went to all of the districts because I love Iowa. And they were like, why did you say this thing about you were ripping on Iowa? And she starts getting backtrack. Oh, well, guys, I was just making a joke. I love Iowa. I wouldn't come here so much if I didn't. I went and I saw all the different districts. And then wait, but DeSantis said he was the only one who saw all the districts. And then she's come out and said, well, I went to saw all the districts. And I do like Iowa. Why would I come to Iowa if I didn't love it? I'm here because I love it. I'm like, no, you're there because you're trying to get votes. Don't lie to people. Say, look, I'm here. I'm seeing all of Iowa. It's pretty cool. I've never been here. I never saw that part of Iowa before. Pretty cool stuff. I made a joke, guys, trying to keep things light on the campaign trail, But I'm here, I'm in Iowa, and I'm here to earn your vote. Instead, it's like, well, I love Iowa. That's why I come here so often. You've never been to Iowa in your entire life. You're there now trying to get some freaking votes, That's just the reality, Such a great show this morning. I'm having keyboards coming out of my hiney butt. I love it when the fam in the chat use the terminology from the show. We don't say butt. We don't say crapper or anything like that. We say hiney butt. Joanne, she's always tooting out of the hiney butt. And I think it's a better way of talking about a tutor-looter. You know what I mean? Oh, he farted. No, he tutor-looted, out of his hiney butt. We create a lot of comedy here, in the moment. That's why when I was joking, I said Nancy Pelosi. There's 3 episodes in the Donald Trump show called Nancy Pelosi. I made episodes. Are you kidding me? Nancy Pelosi, she's turning everything to poison with Chucky Schumer, right? Chuckity Schumer. And with Sleep Sofa Joe. He's there, he's pooping in his triple diaper at the Oval Office. Sleepy poopy pants. I'm taking a double diaper out, Joe. Oh! And double diaper Joe doesn't know what to do. Well, my Aunt Judy told me that I wear a triple diaper. I got a double tonight. I got it sipping out the sides. Hey, Jill. Joe, I don't even know your name anymore. I'm just going to shuffle over here off the stage. What are we talking about? Look, I'm the greatest Joe, are you kidding me? Sleep sofa. Sleep sofa. Sleep sofa, Joe. Guys, there's a song I wrote as Trump singing about Biden. It's called Sleep Sofa Joe. Go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. 3,800 pieces of content they kept from you. And you'll see why. This is why. We live in the moment and we make silly comedy out of it. And that is a threat to the man. The man wants you to think that the Biden administration is doing a really good job. Really good job. Guys, coffee, everything's ridiculous. My daughter, $8.50 for a coffee. She's paying. I'm like, no, you're not buying coffee anymore. I'll make you a coffee over here. Grinding the beans. Cappuccinos. I could do that. You're not going to Starbucks wasting $8.50 on a coffee. Oh, well, I'll get the glass one. The glass Starbucks. The 16-ounce glass cup. Okay, so what is it, $2? $2.25? $4.50? You got to be kidding me. This is my issue with the world today. So, inflation, right? Okay, let's build up. We have to somehow get money back, guys. So, but inflation, but instead of that helping in any way at all, you have a double-edged sword. You got inflation, everything's more expensive. And then the companies who are already making record profits raise their prices. They don't need to raise prices. They're making record profits. But because of inflation, they're like, oh, well, now we have to charge the consumer more because of the inflation. And then the bigger thing is all the costs of this are already baked in. So the government's hitting them with all these taxes that these people have to pay in order to sell their product in the U.S. And then they're also like, well, because of inflation, now we can raise our prices as well. Everything is ridiculous right now. It's ridiculous. I don't know how we get through it. And I think that may be the point. Like, divide and conquer is the start. And then the question would be, if people just can't survive this, it goes back to survival of the fittest. And we do have an agenda that they're planning to push into effect by 2030. That is just 6 years from now, guys. Pray tell me, how do you get to less than 1 billion people on planet Earth in 6 years? Dr. Weeds Approaching, wake your beast. Get double decker. Go and get 5 bugaboos in your arm. It's going to do nothing for you at all. But you helped your grandma. Can't tell you the amount of people who are like totally protected. Still getting the Covey Bovey. What is that about, right? I thought you got your goods. You're good. Well, that's not what a bugaboo is for. Oh, until like last year, it was what a bugaboo was for. And then last year, like, well, let's just change the definition of a bugaboo. So then people are like, oh, it doesn't stop anything? Let's just get another one from Dr. Weaselfranchy. Sponsored by Pfizer. Right, guys, everything is. This is why I get in trouble. Saying silly, goofy things, just in comedic fashion. But TikTok has no sense of humor. YouTube, no sense of humor. Like, that's misinformation. No, I'm just making comedy out of the information. You call it misinformation. It doesn't make it misinformation because you call it that. You're the fake news. You're the fake news calling things misinformation. Like, what? Hold on. So, hold on. We know you guys are the fake news. And, guys, hold on. Everybody gather around. Gather around. Look, they know we're full of shit. All right? They're calling us fake news. We got to somehow flip the script on them. What if us, the purveyors of fake news, we just decide to call everything misinformation? And we have fact checkers. What's that? Oh, I don't know. Someone from Facebook could do it. Somebody who's a radical and they want to change truth. That's who we have in charge of said, program to eliminate all truth from social media platforms. What do you guys think? I think that's a winning scenario. Are you guys in for that? That's what we're dealing with here. 2024 style. There's all these little backside meetings. They're talking about how to destroy our world. Guys, I got another one. Let's tell them it works. And when they know it doesn't, we'll just tell them, well, but this one does. This one will work. And then when that one doesn't work, you say, but guys, it's a build-up process. Those two do work. What? Oh, yeah, I know you got the Clovey Bovey 74 times, but it was not as bad as it would have been if you didn't get 94 bugaboos first. You would have been sick. You know, what's that? Oh, you were sick? No, but not that. Like, you were sick, but you would have been sicker. Yeah. Guys, that's the facts right there. You know, you would have been sicker if you didn't get 9,747 bugaboos in your arm, you know. And each time you did it, you got Clovey Bovey 74 times. Like, that's good. That's a good average right there. What's that? Yeah, no, 1,830 days in a row. No, bugaboo, are you kidding me? When I heard them say that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm a 40-year-old dude, you know? Sorry, you give that to my grandma. You protect grandma? Go ahead, go protect grandma. I'm down with that, you know? No, me, my family, no, I'm sorry. And I think about the amount of traveling my wife did during the pandemic. She was down in Florida a lot with the kids. For like 6 months, they were traveling back and forth to see my in-laws. And they were at the airport for one day for 12 hours. My son is the worst at wearing his mask. He'd be down here. I'd be like, buddy, what are you doing? You got to protect everybody else. You got to protect grandma, you know? Put the mask on, you know? And so he wouldn't do it. And they were stuck. There was like a delay in the flight, 12 hours. They're sitting there at the airport. And I'm like, they're going to get the Clovey Bovey, you know? And I don't know. My kids, my wife, myself, skeptical as can be. Now, I have to say, being the host of the longest running daily variety show on earth helped. I haven't watched the news in so long that when I saw this going on, I was like, this is the biggest head fake I've ever seen in my life. And you guys are going for it? Low-hanging fruit people. They were like, cancel him because he won't go. He's the spreader of what? Misinformation? Or the bugaboo or the Clovey Bovey? Everybody's getting it because I didn't get my bugaboo. I thought that was the one was so interesting. I'm like, so wait a second. The guy who never had Covey, the guy who never got the bugaboo, that guy's spreading it. And that's when I was seeing it that way. Like, I had a few people call me like, look, I've seen your show and I see what you're saying. I want to inform you so you know what you're talking about. You're doing damage. I had one guy who was like a family member extended say, I saw your show and you're a threat to the health of Americans. Said that. He said that I was a threat to the health of Americans. And I said, huh? And he goes, this has been well tested. It's safe and effective. And he's going through the whole list of shit that he heard on CNN. And I go, dude, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 38. I was like, do you think that you need that? What makes you think if you don't go face to face with this thing that you can't get through it? 99.7% of people get through it. You're not going to get through it at 38 in good shape? You know? So you have to always take whatever information is being given to you in one ear and allow some of it to just go right out to the other side, guys. You do not want to take it all to heart because what they're trying to do is control us, clearly. Yet another. Yes, please. Thank you, guys. If you can leave a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Yes, Elaine. Oh, my goodness. Elaine nailed it, right? Siobhan, she knows what's going on. You know, I have to say the funniest thing, like we are this really, really tight-knit group here on the YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure nobody on my channel has gotten the bugaboo. It's so funny. Like everybody comes in like, yeah, that shit's nuts. Like who the hell's doing that, you know? And they're all here every day kicking it with me because we live in the light. We build each other up here. I'll tell you what, you could be a guy who just got Cove, show up and watch my show. I will lift you out of that ailment. You could drop that thing in a day because we are dealing with pure energy here. We're dealing with the power of God. When two or more are gathered in my name, I am there with them. Isn't that what he said? What he meant is there. When two or more gathered, which means that when two or more are in the moment, I am there with them. This moment right here is where God is. He's nowhere else. He's not in the past. He's not in the future. He's right here. Connect with him on my show because I don't have a script. I allow him, I allow that beautiful spirit that created me to guide me on a daily basis, to let the words that I'm meant to say come out. I don't have anything to say. I just go live. Songs, all this stuff. I give the credit to the creator because I'm in the moment with him. That's where it all starts. So I think as like the takeaway at the end of the show, join me in the moment here. We are connecting with God. That is something you can't take away from me. You could suppress me as much as you want. You could stop me from being found by people, but the people that do find me, they're living in the moment with God. I'm not God. I'm just able to connect with him. I'm able to be in the presence of him. And how do I know that? Because there's thousands of songs on my channel. Because there's 9 feature films, full feature films that were created live in the moment. I couldn't have done that if I wasn't in the moment with God. He allowed my creativity to take place, to form into something. There's magic here on this channel. True magic. There's only one place on earth that I know of it. I don't know anywhere else. I used to do magic tricks. They're all fake. I can do any David Blaine magic trick. Lots of cool magic tricks that'll blow your mind when you're watching them. It's all misdirection. It's all trick hand moves and with the cards. It's not real. This is real. This is real magic. This is where we connect in the moment, my friends, and I hope to see you later when we do it again. Until then, we do have to go away. I gotta go sell some real estate. And I want to say good night to you, or good afternoon to you. I'll be back probably around 9 o'clock tonight, maybe even a little earlier. I'm going to try to get on. I'd like to be on every day at 7. Do morning show at 7, night show at 7, and twice a day we rock out and we destroy the darkness of this world. That's my goal. It's funny, but like the people who run the world are evil. Like there's no good. It's really the truth. Like I think about this. Who's keeping me and others who are speaking truth from the people? Evil. Evil. It's the only answer. Because when you're working with light and they don't allow the light to be seen, like you can't stop light. This is one of the beautiful things about energy. You cannot stop light, but you could divert it. You could divert the light from the people so they don't ever see it, so they never feel the grace of God. That they can do. They keep doing it. As a family, we are doing something special here in this chat, where it's a safe space every day of the year. And that is what we have to promote. Whatever I'm doing here is the byproduct, guys. I'm going to show up and go live so you have a place to hang out and be yourselves, a place to say how you feel at all times, and get a ton of energy from me too. Right, Zabrask? Zabrask left. Joanne? You must have scared him away with the wheeze. That's what I think happened. You know, Joanne with the wheeze, she's always wheezing. And then Zabrowski just wants to go. No interest in sticking around during the wheeze. I do it. I mean, that's the thing. Like,
I choose Wix.
I show up for you guys every day, and I got a wheezer behind me. Something to be said about that. You know, that's some dedication right there. You're doing the show. Hard to get people, and you got a wheezer? Yeah. Welcome to the Mark Inspire Show. But we elevate above adversity. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, you're the adversity. She goes, what's the adversity? You trying to talk over the wheeze. It's a challenge, guys. Anna Treos, Bubba News, my brother's in the house. Elaine Nenny, love it. You are so awesome. I'm so glad when I see people commenting in the chat and becoming part of this family. Jennifer Collins, you rock. So awesome to see you. S. Coop in the house. Guys, please subscribe to my Telegram. S-Coop could send you the link if you haven't seen it. It's also should be at the top corner of my page. You should see a bunch of links. Telegram should be there. Every time I'm live at night, without fail, S-Coop, you're amazing at this. She lets you know, Mark's live, or he's going to be live in a few minutes. Here's the link. YouTube, you could go and you could check all notifications on for me on YouTube. You're probably going to get 30% of the notifications. They don't share notifications for this channel, but S-Coop does. So Telegram it, and she'll keep you in the loop when I'm live. But just, you can keep this in your mind. Mornings and nights. I'm live twice a day, so just do your part. Come over here and check out the channel, see if you've missed something. I drop content all day long. And I'm a realtor, so that's where I really make a living. I gotta go back to do that. But I will be back later for some more live entertainment and some powerful inspirational words. So, until then. Virginia, making it in. Love it. I will see you guys a little later. Until then. You got to go away. You got to go away. See you in just about 7 hours. You got to go away. Yeah. Tons of powerful messaging today, guys. Plus the song. Touch the Stars. You got to go away. See you at 7 p.m.